Yo, what's happening, people? It's Ramon back again with your preview for the Brighton versus Arsenal match in the Premier League. Obviously, I'm back again with another match preview. Comes very quick after, well, I'm sure you all saw what happened at the Etihad after the collapse of Arsenal's defence yet again in the Premier League in the 2019-2020 season. So yeah, we got a good stuffing against Man City. Much as I predicted, I didn't think it would maybe be first at 2-0. Thought it might be a bit closer, but as you would have seen through the events of the game, the penalty, the red card, the mistake, and for the first goal. I think we all know now. Really, it was a foregone conclusion. Going for the rest of the game. I mean, it weren't that bad in terms of the way we started, but we got injuries and it just started to fall apart after that. Our subs came on and just went from bad to worse. And our form coming into this game against Brighton, I guess off the back of that isn't good. However, in a way, I kind of feel like it was good that we did get a man set off and have to run around going forward, just because it gives the player a little bit more fitness running around, chasing man. Obviously, David Luiz got sent off and we're down to 10 men for second half against Man City pretty much. And it just meant that we had to work a little bit harder. And, we didn't concede really until stoppage time. When Foden scored. So I think, there's aspects you can take from that which is positive, which Arsenal have to put into this game. Arteta said he wanted to delete that game from his mind. As much as I do want to delete it from my mind, I think we still got to be wary that these mistakes can happen, and we need to be careful that it doesn't happen again against Brighton. As I said, I think it would be good for players, and I think obviously Brighton haven't played yet, and we've played 3 days ago back in again against Brighton. I think it may just do us good. Like playing a game a few days before, then playing again, just build up your physicality. You're playing a few games in a row now. Kind of got a bit more energy sort of going forward at the Brighton defence. Brighton obviously haven't had their competitive game for 3 months. So it could be good. It might not be, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. In terms of the lineup of the game, I think obviously things have to change. Mari's been ruled out for the rest of the season. We heard Achilles injury pulled up in the Man City game. Looked like there was no contact. His Achilles just went, and it's like he's out for the season. Xhaka, looks like an ankle injury may keep him out for a couple of weeks. Socrates was injured pre-game, and Torreira as well. Both of them won't be back for another couple of weeks. And Cedric Suarez, our loan signing from Southampton, still yet to play for Arsenal. He's still injured, and we're not going to see him for a couple of weeks either. With his contract running out, his loan expiring, we may not see him again. May not see him at all in an Arsenal shirt. But in terms of the lineup, I'm going Leno in goal. I think, he was by far the best player in the Arsenal squad against Man City. By far, making some brilliant saves, even in the lead up to the third goal. A great save from Aguero's shot. He's been fantastic. He's been fantastic for us all season. If it wasn't for Aubameyang, he'd definitely be the player of the year. I just feel like he's making saves, but it's always gonna lead to goals because we're conceding so many shots and he's have to make so many saves. That's my only issue, but that's not to do with him. That's to do with the defence and the midfield. But anyway, going to the rest of the squad, I'm gonna go with Bellerin at right back. Had a decent game against City. Kind of kept Sterling quiet for a little bit until he sort of moved out wide and in the middle. Weren't seeing him getting beaten down his side. So he's done all right, and he carried the ball out a few times. So yeah, I'm getting him at right back. I'm going to go Tierney at left back. Again, decent game for Tierney. One of Tierney's biggest strengths is that he's got a great cross on him. Not a lot of fullbacks have great cross. Some of them are good defenders. Some of them have got good attributes going forward. And he's got a brilliant cross. And I think when you play a big game against Man City, you're not going to get be able to get forward enough. I hope in this game, we hopefully if he does start, we'll see him get forward and get some balls into the box. And we can see his qualities going forward as well as defensively. And then obviously the back, David Luiz suspended, Mari out injured, means that we're going to have to change something. Mustafi had a decent game, so I think he will continue on the right side of the centre-back positions. And I think Rob Holding will come in and partner him at the back. We're hearing that Zach Medley, the young Arsenal defender, is travelling with the squad, so hopefully he'll be on the bench. Good for him to get a bit of first team action, or maybe even just being around the squad is going to help. So into the midfield, it's a tricky one again. Do you change it up completely? Do you give the players a rest? Again, Xhaka's gone with his ankle injury, so he's not going to play. But we got Danny Ceballos, who came on, and I thought he did really well. Tracking back, winning the ball, with 10 men, it wasn't easy for him. Playing some good balls and carrying the ball out from the midfield. So for me, I was surprised he didn't start, but he'd have to start for me in the middle of the park. And then next to him, I'd probably go with Guendouzi. I'm in two minds about Guendouzi. He's a good player. I really like him. I just feel like he needs people around him. And it's unfortunate Xhaka was sent off, because I think if he has Xhaka or Torreira around him, it just makes him a better player. I think with him and a couple of young people around him, you don't see the best out of him. But I do like him, and he's got a future at Arsenal for sure. So I want to put him and Joe Willock together. Joe Willock didn't have a great game. I thought he was quite poor against City, but I'll give him another go in midfield, especially the fact that we have no idea what's happened to Ozil. Ozil was left out of the squad completely. So yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that. I don't think he'll be returning to the first 11 this weekend, but you may see him in the squad. Arteta says there's some problems going on there, isn't there? Isn't there always problems going on with Mesut Ozil? Isn't there always? And I'd personally love to see Pepe, Lacazette, Aubameyang. I just think we should go for it. They're our best three forwards. Yes, Martinelli deserves a run out. Yes, Saka's been good. Yes, Nketiah's showed glimpses. But I just think, in terms of who are the best players, I just say we just go Pepe, Lacazette and Aubameyang and just go for it. See what we can do. See if we can build from them through the season for the rest of the season. Just say, you know what, they're our best players. Do they always deserve to start? No, but we just come out of lockdown. Saka and Nketiah didn't have a great game. Aubameyang's a talisman, and I just want to see them three have a good run of games together, which they've not really had throughout Emery or Arteta's reign. I'm surprised that Pepe didn't get a game at all against City. He went for Nelson instead. But yeah, so we'll see what happens after that. Really, I just hope he does it, and I hope to see Martinelli as well get a run out. Brighton's not going to be easy. I don't want to treat them as easy. They've got some good players. Pascal Gross is always a creator in the middle of the park. And they've got players that can score goals. They just have been quite poor this year. They're in a relegation battle, so they're going to want to win the game. They're going to win the game. But for us, we have to win. We have to win this game. If we don't win this game, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. And I think we will. I think we will beat Brighton. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win. I think we'll have to bounce back, and I think we will, just to give us a bit of confidence going forward. I hope to keep a clean sheet. That'll be nice. I think we can do. I know another change of partners at the back, but hopefully if everyone just does their job and stays solid at the back, and then hopefully the strikers can bring us through, whoever it is. Luckily, we're in a good position that we've got a list of decent players to put up there, but for me, Pepe, Lacazette and Aubameyang are the best, and I just want to see them all play together and get a run of games, really. But, Arteta may be looking to the future and seeing who will or won't be here next season. So, we'll wait and see what happens. Guys, thanks for tuning in.